Hello there, this is Master Daniel 96, and today's video I'll be talking about Kathleen Kennedy's comments on the CGI deepfake thing and the recasting, and also the future of Star Wars on where it should go and all. So let's get to it. So the whole thing where she thinks that CGI deepfaking is better than recasting, I disagree. Because you can find a younger actor who can play a younger version of a character we already know. Alden Ehrenreich did a good job in Solo, and Donald Glover did a good job as Lando in Solo. So, Alden Ehrenreich and Donald Glover did a pretty good job as, playing a younger version of those characters. And Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams, they ain't getting any younger. They're getting older. And I'm sure they want to move on, and stuff. Harrison Ford, he's done with Han Solo. Because The Force Awakens killed Han Solo, and then he's, the vision of Han Solo in The Rise of Skywalker. So, pretty much, Han's story is done. If they wanted to bring Harrison Ford back for a project, why not have it in animation if there's a spot for Han Solo there? If they want to do like a Solo follow-up, they should stick to Alden Ehrenreich there, because, he's younger and all. So, that's where they should be. And if Han had an appearance in The Mandalorian, have Alden Ehrenreich there. And there were leaks about Han Solo in the Book of Boba Fett, but it was going to be that they were saying a CGI deepfake of Harrison Ford, which was proven to be false, so I didn't really buy it on that leak. So good thing there they didn't go with that, with a deepfake Harrison Ford in CGI. I would have rather had Alden Ehrenreich come back, because, as I said, Harrison Ford isn't getting any younger, and definitely if they want to bring him back, or if Harrison Ford wants to come back to play Han Solo again, stick to something in animation. And we've known before that Harrison Ford wanted to kill off Han Solo in the past, so he got it in The Force Awakens, so that's that. With Billy D. Williams, he, came back to play Lando in an episode of Rebels, and then came back to play Lando in The Rise of Skywalker, and then Lando doesn't have much screen time in The Rise of Skywalker, so so you got that there. And with it, if he wanted to come back to play Lando, have it in animation, because it's just better for him there. And also if they had, Donald Glover's Lando, if the Lando show happens, there's no confirmation. Is it still happening? Is it canceled? Or when it's coming out and all, I think have Donald Glover come back as Lando there, or if Donald Glover made a cameo in The Mandalorian or something, have Donald Glover in that role, so it'd be better off there instead of CGI deepfaking. And then with Luke Skywalker, as we've seen with Mando Season 2, and about Episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett, that Mark Hamill came back to play Luke Skywalker with a CGI deepfake, so I guess it's enough there. So I've been saying for years that we should have an animated show with Mark Hamill voicing Luke Skywalker, and I think that would be better off there. Do an animated show with Luke Skywalker training Ben Solo and all the other Jedi. That would be a perfect idea for an animated series. And Mark Hamill's a voice actor. He voiced the Joker in the Batman animated series, the Batman Arkham games, etc. Mark Hamill has a lot of voice acting credits, and definitely, bringing him to plays iconic role in animation would be a good idea, actually. I think they should go with that. I've been saying it for years, so definitely have Mark Hamill voice act as Luke Skywalker. And I mean, with Carrie Fisher, we obviously know she's not with us anymore, and they brought her daughter to play a younger Leia in the flashback scene in The Rise of Skywalker. So, I mean, that's understandable, but that's just a little stance that I have on the whole recasting versus CGI deepfaking. I think younger versions of the OT characters should be by younger actors in the live action, and for like people like Mark Hamill, Billy D. Williams, and Harrison Ford, you know, coming back, it should be more in animation and stuff. So I think it's better off there. So you got that. And where I think, with the future of Star Wars, I mean, we need to go more into newer territory. I mean, we always can't rely on established characters we know and love, because we need them just to have their time and all that with the characters we know and love. I think it's also time we need newer characters to thrive more as well. Like, think about it. Like, the Acolyte is set 100 years before episode 1. Like, there is tons of potential with the Acolyte. And it's, being in the High Republic era, and also fleshes out more of the High Republic era and all. I mean, because, we have the books and comics and all already set, and then also the Acolyte can bring more to it as well, along with what they're publishing in the High Republic. So you got that there. Give us the new canon version of the Old Republic. What do they bring back, from the expanded universe, like, into the current canon? So lots of things to do there with the Old Republic, with bringing in certain characters and events back into canon. So I think they could do something there with a new canon version of the Old Republic. And then I've even said before, let's also do a trilogy or movie or TV show set hundreds of years after the Rise of Skywalker. Look at that untapped potential we could do there, like 100 years after the Rise of Skywalker. Like, you can do characters that aren't even related to characters we already know. Like, you can even do a trilogy. Like, you can make that, like, the next trilogy or something. Or a trilogy in the future. Or even a standalone movie or something. Or a TV show, regardless if it was animated or live action. I think lots of untapped potential and on all mediums. Like, I mean, in the expanded universe, we have the Star Wars Legacy comics, which, dealt with, you have the run with Cade Skywalker, which is the great-grandson of Luke Skywalker, and then even Anya Solo, who's a descendant of, Han and Leia. So lots of potential you can do there with a future. I mean, they can't do, the Legacy comics sort of thing, because, the post-Return of the Jedi in the new canon is different than the expanded universe. So, I mean, just think about that untapped potential of a project set far in the future, like, with whole new characters, not even related to characters we already know and love. Like, there's a ton of things they could thrive with that. Like, in anything from on-screen and publishing. Lots of good potential there. And then that does it for me in this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below. Do you agree with my thoughts on the CGI thing and the recasting thing? Or do you disagree? Let me know that down below. And do you agree with my things that they should do in the future going forward with Star Wars projects as well? Let me know that down below as well. Also, share this video, tell your friends to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, DanRS87, Instagram, JMD96_YT. Facebook, Jam Master Daniel 96. Let's get to 500 subscribers and have a great day. Bye.